born with. But that does not guarantee that you're going to succeed, at least not in my books of success. What you do with your talent, how you use your talent, actually determines what makes you successful in life. So, friends, from this age where you have actually come to a level of maturity where you can think differently, please put this thing inside your brain and probably your heart too, that your talent does not determine anything. It does not take you where you want to go in life. Many talented people fail in life. And I can give you a very good example also. Look in our sports, Indian sports. There were many players who were contemporaries of Sachin Tendulkar. Can you name one contemporary of Sachin Tendulkar who did not do good, who could not do as well as Sachin but had a lot of talent, probably equal talent like Sachin? One name that comes to my mind is Kamli. He was very, very talented sportsman. He could not do much, could not make out much of his sports life. Why? He had the talent, he had the age, he had the same platform, he had got the same resources that Sachin Tendulkar has got. But look where Sachin Tendulkar is today. This is the example that I was briefing to you about. So you have a dada or didi in your para who used to be very good. Yeah, so there could be n number of reasons, head EENIT, so ma'am or sir, since your name is not visible, there could be n number of reasons to it. But the point that I'm trying to make here is talent does not guarantee you success. So if some dada, didi, some friend you see who's extremely talented during their childhood years, they end up nowhere or they just vanish. I will tell you about somebody that I know. So this friend of mine, he was from Gaura Ramakrishna Mission. So he topped in class 10. He topped in class 12. He probably got into IIT also, then vanished somewhere. What happened to him is a different story. I'm not going there, but vanished. Could not do anything much out of his life. Now, why this happens? To here, I'll come to my next slide. Why this happens? So friends, talent breeds ego. So I have written here a full form of ego. Erase goodness out. And too much ego will, and most definitely, will kill your talent. Now, where this ego comes from? This is a very difficult question to answer, where ego comes from. It is inbred in us. We are born with it. We are human beings. We have this flesh and blood. So we are born with some kind of vices, ego being one of them. So just like you are born with talent, you are born with vices also. But what you do with your talent and what you do with your vices, that judgment is up to you. Think, just give one moment to think how many relationships you have lost because of ego. Because you could not say sorry to your friend. It happens, right? It happens with everybody. You had a fight with your friend. I have it all the time with my friends. My sister had a fight, could not say sorry. Isn't this very natural? Can you use a chat box? Isn't this very natural that we have a fight with somebody, then we hesitate to say sorry? We think, no, it is that person's fault. In our mind, we make a scenario. He said this, that's why I said this. He should not have done this, that is why I have said this. We end up justifying our wrong actions. And that is how we build our ego. And by the end, we reach a fag end of our life, let's say 50, 45, 50, 55, the ego has become massive. We cannot see beyond that ego. So I have one humble suggestion. Please erase this ego. Today, from today, everything, whatever change happens in our life happens at this very moment. So from today, just think in your mind and your heart, I'm going to do away with my ego. But some of you may ask me, ma'am, it doesn't happen that easily. Yeah, it doesn't happen easily. But we have to keep trying, right? So why not try to reduce our ego and build that attitude? If we try to do that, probably we will have clarity of thinking. as to what I'm supposed to do with my talent. Because many of you, I'm sure all of you, are born with some kind of talent. But some of you may have not found it, some of you may have found it, you don't know what to do with it, probably struggling. Try this small step of erasing this ego and let me know what changes you see in your own self. Because it has to come from here first and not the validity of others. I move on to my next point that I want to make to you. Okay, so this is a very interesting thing. I do a lot of recruitments for my company and for other companies also. Some of the companies ask me to be on their recruitment board. And there is a point in the recruitment discussion when the candidate, we give the candidate a chance to ask some question to us. We tell them, floor is yours. Please ask us if you have any doubt. And invariably, 99 out of 100 people ask us, ma'am or sir, what is my package? I am yet to come across a boy or a girl who would ask me, ma'am, what is my job role? How can I contribute to the company? I know, friends, you are at that point of time in your career where landing a good job means a lot to you. Definitely, it means a lot to everybody, landing a good job. Like somebody told me, getting a good job is the goal of my life, a focus of my life. That is very good. But think of one thing. You are getting a pay package. Let's say you get a job of 10,000 rupees and you contribute to the company to the worth of 50,000 rupees. Do you think the company will ever let you go? Please answer through the chat box. All my questions are for you all and you have to interact. Do you think if you are contributing enough to the company, your company will ever let you go? I will never let an employee of that stature go from my company. Then why focus on the package? Why focus on the number of zeros there? Focus here. Why not focus on your talent? Why not focus on how much I am contributing to my company? If I am a contributing member in my company would do everything to keep me. If I am of value, why should I run after wealth? Most of my young friends that I meet in my different sessions have this query. But ma'am, package is very important. I'm sure it is important. So if a company is hiring an engineer, they will not offer you 500 rupees as a salary, will they? They will give you a standard package as per market rates and as per industry standards. So they will give you something. But once you are part of an organization, if you only focus on self-development and creating value for the organization, believe me, you will become an asset for that organization. That company will never ever let you go. That is the first thing. The second thing, the kind of respect that you will earn in that organization, even if you move on to a better opportunity, you will always remember, the organization will always remember you. Don't you think that's a wonderful relationship to have? So please, friends, always concentrate and focus on creating the value for your company, creating the value for your team, creating the value for your household. Everything in life will follow. No matter how absurd I sound to you today, this is what happens in life. This is what is the actual reality. Okay, so now from company to the team. Here is another formula of success, teamwork. Now, this is something that everybody will tell you. Probably you also work in a team for your projects and other things. Team essentially has to do with relationships. And accept one thing clearly today or from now, that relationships are a package deal. It is not possible that every day will be a sunny day. You're going to have cold and you're going to have rains. So what is the important point here? You have to learn what you have to do with your team. Every member in the team contributes in a different way. That way may not be always appealing to you, but that does not mean that the person is not contributing. Every relationship that you have with a team member is going to be different. So somebody may be, little hot-headed, somebody may be little submissive, somebody talks less, So these are the different kind of attributes every member has, just like our 5 fingers, these are all different. But when we close it, it becomes a very powerful impact. We have to make this out of our teams. And believe me one thing, friends, nothing can be done alone in life. Do you know who's your first team member? Any idea who's your first team member? Your mother is your first team member. Before you were born, until today, you're part of her team actually. So when you wake up in the morning, yeah, Arunava family, of course, but mother first. So when you wake up in the morning, please thank the Sevadhari lady, the pishi who comes and mops your floors, who comes and cleans the house. She's a part of your team. Thank the hands that prepare your breakfast. Maybe it is your mother, or maybe it is you outsource that work to somebody. The kuda kachra wala who comes to take all the waste from your house. Please thank that person. Have you ever thanked those people? The guy who washes your car if you travel in a car. All these people are your team members. And even the gatekeeper who opens the gate. And they will support you in very, very different ways. I'll tell you one story. So I went to a meeting. It was a government meeting. And I forgot to print I did not forget. I did not have enough time to print the recent set of drawings. So this was when I was doing probably Nobanno. So Nobanno is air conditioned by us. So I was in so much of hurry. I had been traveling throughout that week that I did not get time to print the drawings that I have to take for the meeting. So I reached the meeting half an hour before, and I was looking for this cyber cafe to print the drawings. Now our drawings are done in AutoCAD. Okay, so if you don't have the software in the computer, you cannot print those drawings. So I was thinking what to do, because generally cyber cafes do not have that AutoCAD software. So I was waiting outside the place of the meeting, and I met this gatekeeper, not really gatekeeper, so person like caretaker type of a person. So he was telling me that, madam, you have come half an hour, 40 minutes ahead of meeting. So the meeting will start after half an hour, 40 minutes. So I told him, yeah, I've come a little early today because I have to print the drawings and I don't see any cyber cafe around. I have it in my pen drive, but I could not print. So he listened to me. Okay. After that, he said, please wait here. He went inside, he spoke to somebody, and he said, madam, I can allow one person to come, and if you have an empty pen drive, I can let you print the drawings. Because our systems are all government systems, I cannot let you insert a pen drive like that. I don't even know that person. I don't even know that caretaker. I just met him that day only. But see how he helped me to go through one very important meeting. This is what happens when you think of everybody as your own team. I may have just ignored him and walked away and not talked to him. But just not keeping that ego, just having the proper attitude and telling him that I'm having a genuine problem actually helped me out. So this is what happens with team. You do not know which member shines when and sails you through one problem. But yes, again, every member, every day, you cannot have a very good relationship. So tomorrow you may have a fight with somebody. But please evade that ego, erase that ego. Go to that team member or friend and tell them, see, fine, we had a fight. Let's talk again and clear out. These are the relationships. This is that attitude that is going to sail you through your entire life. I hope I'm making some sense to you. So some interaction through the chat box would be good. Am I making sense? Are you identifying with what I'm trying to say? Is the point registering with you? Can you write a yes or a no? Okay, good. Shomadeep says, yes, ma'am. That is wonderful. So I know all of you are with me. Okay. So, courage. I'll tell you a story first, and then I'll tell you why courage is so important. So these are all my life experiences, and this is what happens actually in your day-to-day life. So I was bidding for this big project in Guwahati, and we were the final two, my company and our company. And went there, we met the customer, we gave our final price, and the customer said, I cannot offer you the job because you are overpriced, you are highly priced. I said, sir, fine. So we came back. So we didn't get the job, we came back from Guwahati. But I had a good relationship with that customer, and time or again, I used to call him every 10-15 days to ask about his project. That time, that project was a very big project. If any of you have heard about that project, that is Royal Global Engineering College of Guwahati. That it's the biggest private engineering college of Guwahati. So that air conditioning of that college. So I we did not get that job, so we came back. We came back to Kolkata, and one fine morning, I got a call from the gentleman, and I said that he was in trouble. So it was 8:30 or something like that in the morning. He called, and I said, "Yes, sir. Hello." He said, "Do you remember me, ma'am? I'm this Guwahati customer. You came for my job." I said, "Yes, sir. I remember you very well. How are you? How's your project?" So he said, "See, I'm very embarrassed. I'm calling you for help." I said, "Yes, sir. Definitely. How can I help you?" And he said that whoever was doing my project has messed it up. The project was a huge project. The project value was 11 crores. So you can understand how big the project was. And he said that they have messed up my system. My systems are not working. The air conditioning is not running. I'm having water seepages. My ducts have not laid out. Pipes are not working. My opening is in 2 days' time. And the chief minister is going to come and do the opening of the project. It is already out in the media, in the newspapers, and everywhere. I need you to come and save me. Just think of the moment. He has opening in 2 days' time. His systems are not working. He is having water seepages. Pipes are not laid out. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I really did not have the idea what I'm going to do. But I had the courage. I told him, sir, don't worry. We will not let your face go down. And he said, ma'am, it's less than 50 hours. Can we fix the systems? I said, yes, we can. So we, at the earliest available conveyance, we went to Guwahati, me with my team, and somehow we did some engineering, which we'll talk about in some other session. So we did some engineering, and a part of the system we were able to run. Whole night we had to work. For 2 days, whole night we had to work. But somehow that system was standing, and I told him, you only show to the chief minister and the press the area of your college which is currently working. Don't take them to the other areas. And we had a clever idea of closing lock and key of all the other rooms where the air conditioning was not working. So what happens? The press does not know if these rooms are working or these rooms are not working. We are only taking the camera and the news people and the press and chief minister only to those rooms where the air conditioning was working. It was a huge, huge plan that time. Almost 1,200 tons of air conditioning was there. It was a huge project that time in Guwahati. See, the moral of this story was that it was a big trouble. It was a very dangerous moment. Maybe you could have thought I had overcommitted. What would I do? I did not know whether I can live up to my words or not, whether this project will get commissioned or not. But I had the courage. What gave me that courage? First, I had proper knowledge of the system, creating value for your company. For all these years that I had worked, I had actually learned my system. I had actually learned the subject. I had the right attitude because I wanted my attitude was that this problem should get solved. I did not have the ego that he did not give me the order, so I will not talk to him or I will not help him out in his problem. I did not have that ego. So when you have the right attitude, when you do not have ego, automatically courage develops. Do you agree with me? Are you with me? Without courage, you cannot take challenges in life. And believe me, friends, life is full of challenges. It is not a textbook that you know which page has got which chapter. You know what is the problem, with all due respect to all the faculty members? What is the problem with our education system? We are taught the textbook too well. But life doesn't take examination chapter wise. That this is today's circuit theory exam, tomorrow is electrical machine exam, next day will be power system. Life does not take exam like that. What we actually need to learn is that what I can apply from that textbook. So whatever you are learning today from the textbook, from your teachers, please think in your mind. If you cannot come up with an answer, ask your teachers, where am I supposed to apply this? Unless and until you do that, you're learning nothing. See, I'm an engineering student. My qualification is electrical engineering. I work in mechanical systems. HVAC falls under mechanical engineering. HVAC, refrigeration, everything falls under mechanical engineering. But I'm learning that, I'm doing that, and I suppose I'm good at it. So this is how life functions. It will throw unknown challenges to you. You have to learn how to navigate through the challenges of your life. And I'm very sorry to tell you that the solution is not in a textbook. The solution lies here, in how you carve the path of your life. What exactly you do with your talent, what exactly you do with those vices. Because you're blessed with both. You have to strike a balance. And that key of balance is what I'm trying to inculcate in you. I cannot teach that to you because this is not something that can be taught, but I'm at least trying to invoke some kind of thinking so that after this session, when you sit down, maybe some points stay with you. That is what I'm aiming for in this session. Okay, this is everybody's favorite word. So I have this one person in my office, he is Vishuda. His name is Vishwajit, so we call him Vishuda. Vishuda has a no for every question. Try out any question with Vishuda, he has a no. So one fine day I asked Vishuda, would you like to drink tea with me? He said, no, I don't want to drink tea. I said, why? Because he said, I have just had lunch. Don't you think this is the most common reaction that we give to any question? So you ask somebody, how are you? আরে বলবেন না আমার কি পেট কামড়াচ্ছে দুদিন ধরে পায়খানা হচ্ছে এই হচ্ছে সেই হচ্ছে. This is the answer. And there are some people who even say না মানে হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে. They have to say that. Don't you find such people in your life? Can you just tell me through your chat box? Yes. So Shomdev says yes, madam. So there are these people who just have woken up with a no in their life. Even if they want to say yes, they have to say na, hai. And I come across these people every day in my life. And I am just gazing at them and they cannot say a yes directly. You know what this no does to you? It creates this barrier. Barrier in your thought process, barrier in your positivity, barrier in your courage. It just shuts you down. Please don't become this no person. Become a yes person in your life. Allow the positivity of yes to flow through your energy levels. Just say yes to everything. Now you can ask me, how can I say yes to everything, ma'am? Suppose I don't want to have tea. What should I say? You say, I will have a glass of water. You will say, okay, I may have after some time. So suppose you have just had lunch. You don't want to have tea with me. What should you say? Okay, after some time. Or you can just say, I have just had lunch. Don't bring that no in your system under the pretext or excuse of giving an answer. Unless and until it's absolutely necessary. If somebody is harassing you, definitely say yes. Definitely say no. Do not start saying yes to harassing people. But other than that, other than those extreme situations, please try to delete that no from your life. It does no good to you. Always tell yourself, I can, I will, I shall try. And then you become a yes person. Just do it for 1 week and you will see the changes, astonishing changes in your life. And believe me, every question in the world can be answered on a positive note. It is just that we don't think. No comes so easily to us, we don't think about the yes. We are taught from our very childhood to think about the no, the less, the what we cannot do in our life, what we don't have in our life. We are taught in that process. We are taught in that process to think, এটা তো তোমার হবে না, এটা তো তুমি পারবে না, এটা তো তুমি জানো না. Rise above all this. I'm not saying you can change these things because you cannot change the world. That is not your job. But at least take a positive step. Little drops of water makes up the sea. Let me today, let you all today take one step for a positive change. And if 89 of us take one positive step each, then that is 89 positive steps. That is not less, isn't it? Are you all with me? Am I making sense? I want to have large, loud yes coming up in my chat box. Are you all with me? I want to have maximum people saying yes, that they are with me and they are understanding. Okay, a lot of new names I can see. I can see Abhishek, Tirtho, Shayok, Shomdeep, Suraj, Onuron, Chirosri, Shirshak, Himangshu, Shravani, Orunavo, Shorodip, Komal. Thank you so much. Uh, Shrayanika, Shashwato, Rajneesh. That is great to know that all of you, at least at this young age, you are thinking. Pritam, Trina, Vishal, thank you so much that all of you are thinking in a positive direction. Please apply this yes in your life in every aspect. Even the most difficult situations that you can think of in your life, please apply the yes. Let me know if you succeed or you fail. If you fail, just let me know. Because I have not come across anybody who has told me I applied the yes in my life and I failed. You will not fail. Because when you apply the yes, you are applying right attitude, you are developing courage, there is no ego, and you are creating value. Of course, that is the way to be. That will definitely lead you towards the success of your life. Okay, Shamantok says okay. Okay, at least he said something positive. Okay, this is our favorite pastime, especially Bengalis. I think they just enjoy finding faults with every single thing. And you know, the best comedy place to find the faults is a marriage party. So if you go to any beer party, you know, the most extravagant of marriage parties that I have been to, people have found some fault with that. So this is absolute comedy of our life that we find fault in the best things. So there are people who would find probably fault in Taj Mahal also. So if you take them in front of Taj Mahal, they would probably end up saying that, "Oh, you know, this tower is a bit tilted. If it was straight, it would have been a better thing." Okay, what means remedy? So I'm coming to the remedy part. See, you cannot change the people of the world or the people around you, but definitely start with yourself. Try and not think what is the problem in front of me. Think what is the solution. So Joyanto, remedy means solution. Definitely life is going to throw problems at you every single day. But would you focus on the problem or would you focus on the solution? What generates courage inside you? Maybe somebody's mic has switched on. I would request kindly put yourself on mute. And any interaction, I would encourage only through the chat box, please. So yes, getting back. Problems are going to be there every single day of your life. Should you then focus only on the problems or try finding some solutions to that? What the government is doing, what this person is doing, what my boss is doing, what my colleague is doing, what my friend is doing. Do you have any control on other people's action? Do you? No, most definitely not. You don't have control of what others are doing. But you have control on what you're thinking, what you're focusing on. If your focus is always other people's actions, what other people are telling me, what other people are putting me down, they're creating some problem. If that is your focus, then you're not a yes person. If you have a problem in front of you, most people first jump into the cause of the problem. You know, this problem has happened because this person did this. This person did this, so this thing happened, and that accumulated to something else. Where is the remedy? I'll tell you one very interesting story. Have any of you been to the Diamond Plaza Mall, which is in Nagarbazaar? Anybody stays in Nagarbazaar here? Have you been to Diamond Plaza Mall? Can you comment through the chat section if anybody has been to Diamond Plaza? Okay. Okay, a lot of people have been to Diamond Plaza. That is wonderful. So you will be happy to know that is my project. So we have done the air conditioning of Diamond Plaza. Yeah. So the day when the project was about to start, that is long back. In fact, that was my first project where I learned central plant air conditioning. So when that project was about to start, the chiller has to run. Okay. And when we were commissioning the project, it was running fine. We were there the whole day. That day when the mall was about to start, the first day of the mall. So after that, after some time, we checked on the DG also, that if the DG was running fine, if the DG was able to cater to the requirement also. So everything was running fine. So we finally shut the DG down, and again conventional power supply, there is a CSC power supply, was plugged in. Very strangely, after the commissioning was checked with the DG, when the power supply was plugged in, the chillers were not starting. Everybody was in, huge tension. What should be done? The fan is running, the motor is running, but the compressor is not starting. Everybody started with a blame game. Somebody said DG person's fault, somebody is saying electrical person's fault, they are saying mall person's fault, facility management did not check everything, what happened to this, where is the report? So everybody was busy in the blame game of that. This is what we do when we have a problem. We just, enjoy talking about the problem rather than focusing on the solution. So ultimately, I got summoned. People called me that this is the problem. We are not able to start the chillers. What will happen? The mall function, that function was about to start in half an hour time. So we went to the plant room. If you, I'm sure you will in your course of studies see a plant room. So the plant room is where the controls of the systems are kept. So what happens is that whoever was changing the power supply from DG to conventional, there are three phases, R, Y, B. He interchanged one phase. So you have to particularly plug into the R phase with the chiller terminal, then again Y phase again with the chiller terminal, and just like that with the third phase. He did some goof up over there, and the chillers were not starting. So people wasted 2 to 3 hours time talking about the problem. Nobody thought, okay, the problem has now occurred. I cannot alter this problem. Let me try to think about the solution. This is what we always do. We are so busy talking and wasting time on the problem that we actually drain ourselves out and we cannot think about a solution. And then we end up saying that the problem has got no solution. This is what we may try to change, my friends. Please focus on the solution. The problem has already occurred. It is beyond your control. So what is the point talking about it? Doesn't generate any positivity. Rather focus on solving it and see the changes that you yourself encounter. It will at least save some time. Quickly moving on. I think I have taken a lot of time today. Yeah. So there is one weapon that everybody has, many people don't use because probably they think that using this weapon might not be effective, but I'm telling you, this is the most effective weapon ever invented. That is a smile. I'll tell you another incident. So I always relate to everything from my own life. So it was 9 a.m. session. I was going to one college to take a session. I'm a regular at that college. That means their faculty calls me up regularly for some sessions. So I went to the college and I know their gateman. Very well, I know their gateman. So I was going in an Ola then. I did not have my car. I was using an Ola. And of course, yeah, I'm sorry. There is one Mr. Rajneesh. Can you please mute yourself, Rajneesh? Yeah, thank you. So, like I was saying, I was going in an Ola. So I have this habit, whenever I meet a gate person, I just smile and greet them. Hello, Dada, how are you? Like this, I always greet every gate man. Even in your college, if probably have greeted the gate man. Okay, so I entered through the Ola and somehow I forgot that I was not carrying change in my purse that day. So I did not, some 252 rupees or something was the Ola fare. I did not have that cash. I had a 2000 rupee note. So it was before 9 a.m. that I had reached. My class was from 9 a.m. So I was thinking, what to do with this person. So the Ola driver was very nice. He told me that, ma'am, it's okay. I will be in Salt Lake only. You don't have a car, so you have my number. Why don't you give me a call when your class is done? I can take you back home or office, and the amount will be 400 or 500 rupees. Maybe from your office, you can give me that amount. So I was feeling really bad that I have taken a ride and I have not paid for it. And I told him, please give me 5 minutes. Let me try and get some change from the shops around. So at 9 a.m., hardly any shop was open. So these tea shops and all, they did not have 2,000 rupee change. The gateman saw me. He came and he said, ma'am, are you having some trouble? And I told him that yes, I need 252 rupees. I am carrying a 2,000 rupee note. I don't have change to pay the Ola driver. So they have an ATM somewhere near that college, but the ATM guard has not come. His reporting time is probably 9:30 or something like that. So he said that, ma'am, the ATM guard is my friend. Please wait here. You know what he did? He called up the ATM guard. The ATM guard came from his house on a cycle and they opened the ATM gate for me to withdraw cash. This is what happens when you have a smile as your weapon all the time. Try and using it as much as possible, my friends. It will not hurt to smile and say, how are you? It is nice to meet you. And it is not, what we tend to do normally? We greet people whom we think are of our stature. And we completely forget the people who are not in our stature, in inverted commas. For example, many of you may greet your friends or your seniors who are in the same economic level, but you will forget to greet a gate man. You will probably not greet a waiter in the restaurant. Maybe you would greet the manager. You would not, you may greet the engineer, but you may not greet somebody who's not an engineer in a project or whatever. This is how we differentiate when we greet and smile at people. That is why our relationships are also half-hearted. That's why teamwork is also half-hearted. And that is how most teams and most organizations and most people are very dissatisfied in life and dissatisfied in the environment that they work in or study. Am I making sense to you? Isn't it something very naturally we do? Whoever we consider to be in the same economic strata, we have one kind of behavior, with somebody in a different economic strata, we behave very, very differently. That's the problem here within ourselves. People don't have that problem. Please don't judge your team. I call everybody teammate, team member. Please don't judge your team by the economic strata that they are in. It actually shows what is inside you. Does not bring them down, brings you down. Please, the next person you meet, please greet them with a smile and just see. It is not causing any tax. There is no GST as of now on smile. And I'm sure BJP will not put GST on smile. So use it very freely, very frequently. Greet everybody with a smile, and you will yourself notice the changes. Yeah, it is funny, Sombi, but we don't end up doing it. We know this, but we don't end up doing it. Try and change that perspective. I'm trying to give you something to think about. Think, will smile take away anything from me, or will add something extra to this? Just think. Yeah. So this is another problem in the thought process. When we are in a good situation, we are very happy, very ecstatic, and we forget that whatever good or whatever bad the situation is, it will pass. Just think about the problems you had 5 years ago. You probably laugh at those problems now. And the same will happen after 5 years with your current problems. You will laugh at these too. Currently, these seems to be very big. Probably, a fight with your friend at this point of time feels very big challenge. Yeah, yeah, yes. A smile may save you from danger. Yeah, absolutely. It does save you from danger. It has saved me from danger a lot many times. And yes, Whether it is a good situation, whether it is a bad situation, whether it is a trouble or whether it is a happy moment, everything has to pass because it is time. And we have to understand that. We become overconfident in our good times and we give up totally in our bad times. We lose all hope in the bad times. Either is not good. Develop a sense of gratitude that yes, I am having a good time, I am grateful for it. And if I'm not having a good time, I'm also grateful for it because I'll have a lesson. Try to see every situation in the perspective of that yes, of that smile. What I can take from this situation. If it's a good situation, I'll be happy, I'll be in a good mood. If not, okay, I have something to learn. But you have to understand your ego, your confidence in a good situation may do something very wrong to you when you are not in a good situation. Because a good situation or a bad one is not in your hands. Time keeps on rolling. It changes every day with every person. And it may have the same with you. So please, friends, be level headed during good and bad situations. There is no reason to lose hope. There is no reason to breed ego. We should try to be calm and level headed. That is all. Am I making sense? Is everybody with me? Okay. We have a problem in our life, that is, we are not ready to relearn. We always think what we know is the end of the world. It is not, by the way. Everybody has to relearn every day. And we have another problem. We completely disregard the word sorry. So if you did something wrong, please go and apologize and say, I'm sorry. And I'm ready to learn again. I'm ready to find out what is the mistake. This is a super glue that will stick everybody together. But we really don't tend to give much importance to this glue because we think that, we can pass it. The most damages that we do to ourselves and to our surrounding is because of the fact that we don't apologize and we don't appreciate. So there are two A's to it: apologize and appreciate. We don't appreciate when somebody is doing something for us. We don't say thank you. Even though some of us may say thank you sometimes, we absolutely do not say, sorry and apologize. An apology is the super glue of life. It can repair just about anything. Try out. Any difficult situation where you feel you have made a mistake, just be the first one to apologize. And see what miracle it does to your life. It has done to me. I tell you about my project. So there was this project, a big corporate house for which we were doing air conditioning of their server room. So server room is supposed to be operational 24/7 and server room is supposed to have a backup. Okay. So it was a tender based project. They had not designed the server room with a backup. Okay. So we quoted as per the tender, we got the job, the job was executed. And when there was a problem in the server room, we were summoned, we were called. We went there and the person who was the CEO of that particular MNC, they told me that, ma'am, it is fine that the tender does not show a backup for the server room, but you are experienced in this field. You could have pointed out, we could have had an amendment in the tender. I could have argued that I did as per the tender, I did as per my order, but what is my objective? That my customer should get 100% service, that my customer should not be in trouble. If my designing for some reason is troubling my customer, is that a good design? No. So I was the first person to apologize, even though the fault did not entirely lie on me, but yes, part of the fault was mine. I apologized and I said, sir, yes, this is a fault. We should have pointed out that server room should have a backup. When I did this in a meeting of, there were how many, 20 people. In 20 people's meeting, when I had, apologized publicly and I had said that, sir, I'm sorry, Universal, on behalf of Universal, that we did not point out that server room should have a backup. He finally got up to say that, I have not met a better team like you. You really understood that the problem was not yours, but still, you took the first chance to apologize. And till date, that MNC is our customer. And we almost have, all orders of with that MNC. This is what the apology will earn you. This is what it has earned me, and definitely it will be the same in your case as well. Please try it out, my friends, and let me know if you have benefited or not. I'm sure you will. So I'm almost at the fag end of my presentation. I have two laws of success which I always follow. I'm sure, like somebody said, you were in our college a few years back. Yes, I was. And in any of my session, I always point out these two laws. One is the law of time, one is the law of mom. So I will start with the law of time. What is the law of time? Keep time behind you. Never ever be late. Most of the time we think that, okay, 9:30, I can arrive at 9:35. No, 5 minutes delay is also delay. Just think about a sports person who misses the first rank because of few seconds, maybe decimal of seconds. He loses. He doesn't win the first position. And if you miss out on timings, you will miss out on majority of important things in your life. I'll tell you one incident. I was doing one job in Bhubaneswar, and the meeting was supposed to start at 12. But because it was a very big project, I decided to go 1 hour early. You know what I was doing? I went to that project site. I had the time of looking at the entire site. And when I looked at the physical site and I matched it with the drawings, I find out there were some problem areas which was not addressed in the drawing. So arriving early gave me this advantage. So when I presented my case as pitted against to my competitors, I had the edge of that 1 hour. I pointed out to the customer that these are the points in your civil section, these are the points in your projects which was not taken care. Please incorporate this in your drawing. And hands down, I had won him that day. He was blown away. He said, I did not think that you have this vision to go 1 hour into my project site and check and match the drawings. This is the advantage that time will give you. Please, friends, it is no glory to be late for a meeting. It is no glory to be late for your college or to meet somebody. If you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you want to meet them, and if you have given a time, please be on time. That is a commitment that you do to that person, and honor your commitments. Even for the slightest of things, if you are telling somebody, I'll make a call to you at 4 o'clock, please make that call. If somehow, if you're not able to make a call, please write a message that I'm sorry, I could not call you, I'll get back to you. Cultivate and develop these habits within you. It will win you for life. And the law of mom, which is my favorite. So, whenever you are in a dilemma in your life, we have these dilemma situations. We do not know which is the right way to go. Please close your eyes and think for 1 minute. Whatever I am going to do today, will my mother be proud of it? If the answer is yes, go ahead, without a doubt. But if the answer is no, please stop and think again. If you disrespect your mother in your life, you will never ever be happy. Take that to me in writing. I will sign with a stamp and seal. If you disrespect your mother in your life, you can never be successful. Please go home today. Tell your mother that I'm lucky to have you in my life. I'm lucky that I have a mother. There are many people who don't have a mother. Can you do something about it? Can you bring their mother back? No. So please be grateful that you have this anchor in your life called mother. And any decision that I have taken in my life based on mother's law, I have been successful. And I'm sure if you follow this time's law and mom's law and take any decision in your life, you will also be successful. And last, anything worth achieving in life will never come easy to you. My friends, there is no shortcut to success. There is no rule book to success. It is not something that can be taught to you. You have to work hard, take the stairs, slog yourself out, and then achieve success. If by any chance you think success, there is a shorter route to success, and you take that route, success won't last. That's a wrong route to go for. Any and everything, even if that's a job, even if that's a car, even if that's a house, even if that's money, whatever you want to achieve in life, it has to be only and only achieved through hard work. If you find any shorter route that takes you to your goal or to your success, either it is not worth achieving, it is too small a goal, or if you achieve a big goal through a short route, it won't last. It is probably the wrong route that you have chosen, probably the wrong goal that you have chosen. Please be very clear, have this clarity, have this thought process, not to opt for any shorter route to success. Even if somebody is luring you into a shorter route, that is a devil's route. Don't follow that route. There is nothing called a shortcut. It doesn't happen. From my experience, from any successful person's experience, have it written down, there is no shortcut. And last but not the least, cultivate happiness. Friends, happiness will not come to you from the market. Spencer does not sell happiness. It doesn't come through Swiggy. You have to cultivate it within your own self. And it does not cost anything. It is very, very cheap. It comes with just one smile also. Please, please cultivate that happiness within you. Learn to focus on yourself. Learn to be happy. We always stake our happiness on materialistic gains. If I have a phone, I will be happy. If I have a house, I will be happy. If I have a job, I will be happy. Happiness does not depend on things. Happiness does not depend on issue. Or maybe on some person's behavior. If that person to me, I will be happy. If that person sends me a gift, I will be happy. If that person brings me flowers, I will be happy. Happiness does not come with gifts, things, flowers, food, house, car. Doesn't. It is something. It is a bliss. It is that thing which is very, very expensive in this world, and you cannot buy it with money. It is that very precious thing is happiness. You have to cultivate it within yourself. It will make you a better person. It will give you strength. And at the end of this session, I just have one thing to tell you, that nothing in life immunes you to failure. It is not possible to immune yourself to failure. Every one of us will face failure in life. There's always going to be another mountain. I'm always going to want to make it move. Always going to be an uphill battle. Sometimes I have to lose. It isn't about how fast I get there. It isn't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the journey. It is my journey towards my success. It is my journey towards my goal that makes me actually a successful person. It is the journey, the steps that you take that actually make you a successful person. And not the goal and not what you achieve. Do you agree with me? Am I making sense? Am I registering to all of you? Have I given you some food for thought? Okay, great. And I end my session by saying that please be yourself. You are unique in your own way, with all your talent, with all your vices, whether or not you are successful, whether or not you have a BMW, you are you. You are unique creation of the super being. You are unique in this world. Your journey is unique to you, and you will always be special. So you are one unique Shomik, one unique Joyanto, one unique Shayok, one unique Onuron, one unique Tulika, one unique Shabuni, one unique Shondip, and one unique Ankita. I can also see Shushmita, I can also see Gautam sir, I can also see Arijit and Arko. All of you are unique. You are you. I cannot be a Syed, or I cannot be a Rupa, or I cannot be a Shabuni. I am me. You also cannot be Nilanjana. You are you. Always be you. Accept yourself the way you are. We all have done some wrong things in life. We all have done some good things in life. We all have failed in life. We will fail in life. We will rise again and move again. This is my journey. This is your journey. And this is unique. Nothing can take away your journey from yourself. Believe in yourself, choose the right thing, cultivate the right attitude, and always be happy. With this, I end my session today. I hope I have given you some food for thought. I hope I have given you something to think about. That is exactly what I wanted. And I hope I have been able to achieve something. I hope you enjoyed. And with folded hands, I thank all of you for your patience and your time. And thank you for listening to me. I hope today, after this session, from this point of time, there is, even if a little, some change in your thought process, some change in your perspective. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Shushmita ma'am and Gautam sir.
Thank you so much, Nilanjana. That was a very good session. Not only good, that was the, I think, most energetic session till now the students have experienced. And previously, I have also experienced your session, and that was a very, I think, a very interesting session. And this is the most interactive session also. And right now, if students, you are if you are you can I mean contact to Nilanjana ma'am if you like to have any suggestion or any inspiration from her. And right now, if you want to say something, students, you can ask or you can interact. You can unmute and say something, students.
Anybody has any thoughts, any opinion, how you liked the session, if it has helped you, what you liked best, what you did not like, you can, this is your time now. You can say anything.
Students, anyone you want to interact, you can unmute and say something.
Okay. How can you contact me? You can write a mail to me. I can give you my email address over here. This is my email address. You can write to me if you want to talk to me about something. If you want to ask me anything, I'm there on FB, I'm there on Instagram, I'm there on LinkedIn. I'm very active on social media. I only operate my company's page, so I may be late in replying to your messages, but I definitely will reply. Is there if you have any questions, if you want to ask me, uh, if you want to write something through the chat, that is also welcome. If anybody wants to write something through the chat. All right, I think everybody is very tired. 1 hour of lecture is too much.
I think all of them have enjoyed this session very much, and I can say that each and everybody has their own positive points, and everybody should find out that first. Then only that person can, I mean, to his goal, reach to his goal. I think that is the main point of our whole session. And our students, our young minds have got their true motivation from you. and we really thank to you from our ISC cell of Norbula Institute of Technology. And now I would like to request our Executive Administration, Ms. Punita Gaba, ma'am. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Am I
Yes,
audible?
kindly give the vote of thanks for our session.
Uh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am,
Yes,
for
ma'am.
giving me this opportunity to extend the vote of thanks. Good evening to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for the event and to all the dignitaries. First of all, I would like to thank our honorable speaker, Ms. Nilanjana Mukherjee, who honored this session with her inspirational speech. Thank you so much, ma'am. The whole session was very enlightening indeed, and I'm sure we all learned a lot today, especially here having a positive attitude. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to thank our beloved principal, ma'am, Nidhi ma'am, for their constant support and guidance. Thanks to all the HODs, Dean sir, Controller sir for their support. I would also like to thank Dr. Sandhya Patnaik ma'am, our convener, MHRD cell, and Shushmita madam and Gautam sir for coordinating this event. Thanks to all the members of MHRD cell team members for their contribution and the students also for attending the session today. Last but not the least, thanks to our Honorable MD sir and Sardar Karanjit sir and Dr. and Director Mr. Simaprit Singh. And once again, thank you all. Thanks to one and all present here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. So I think we are at the end of the session, and today we have got a new way to proceed in our life, and we will definitely follow. And our student has got the that innovators motivation through your story, and I think that's all from our side. And right now, Nilanjana, you want to say anything more?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you for remembering me and making me a part of your team. I hope I have been of some use to all of you present over here. Thank you for the patience that you could listen to me for 1 hour 20 minutes. It's not easy, I know it. And thank you all. Thank you so much. Take your leave now. Bye bye.
Okay, bye. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. Okay,
Thank you,
so
ma'am, for today.
okay, thank you all for joining here. So we are ending our session here. Thank you.